friend, or my mom used to tell me, you can count on one hand in your whole lifetime who you can consider to be a real friend. See, a fair weather friend is somebody that's there to come and go. They your friend when you got money, or they your friend when you're doing something for them. But through the hard times and times when you really need someone, or need to be in your corner, you know, hey, they might be coming and going here. But a true friend is going to tell you what's good and for your own good, when it may seem like it's a wound or a hurt to you, but ultimately it's for your own good. So now, if you are a person that gets in trouble a lot, and you like to get in trouble, your friend is going to come and tell you, hey, listen, you might want to stop doing that, man. It's not good for you. You're like, man, come on. And listen, you're acting like a crazy person. You like acting like an idiot. Now that sounds harsh, doesn't it? But it means for your good. So it's like, you're acting like an idiot. Stop doing this. You know, I'm really acting. Yeah, you really are. Listen, you're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing yourself. Now that may cut, but if they're your true friend, they're meaning it for your good. They're not meaning it so that it could be like malicious or bad to you. So it says the wounds of a friend, faithful are the wounds of a friend, because when they really wound you or hurt you, so to speak, it's not for your hurt, it's for your good. Whereas on the opposite of that, somebody that come and just don't really care about you, just want to start saying something to you for their own good, that's not faithful. That's just fair weather. You understand? So when you read it all in context, because this is what we're talking about, it says, pick it up at verse 5. What it say?
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
See, this is where this is coming from, because we're being rebuked or corrected for our actions. So that's why what follows that is faithful are the wounds of a friend when they're rebuking you. See, 'cause that's where it's coming from. Okay, so if you got to read it within the context of that right there. All right, so that's just not by itself. It's coming from here. Open rebuke is better than secret love. If you have an alt with your brother or your sister, then go to him and tell it. What? Skip over here, because this goes all with it. Go over to 25 and verse 9. What it say?
Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself, and discover not a secret to another, lest he that heareth it put thee to shame, and thine infamy turn not away. A word fitly spoken.
That's good. So it says, debate thy cause. Whatever you have with your brother, if you have an issue with your brother or your sister, it says go to him yourself and talk to him. And it says, don't discover a secret to another. So if you was offended by somebody, or somebody offended you, and you don't go to your other friend and be like, this person did this, that, and the third. If it could be resolved between y'all two, then resolve it. Somebody else don't even have to know your information. You see, don't discover it to somebody else. You know. And like I said, when you really have a true friend, they're going to tell you you're good, whether it hurts them or even if it hurts you, because it's not really for your hurt. Go ahead.
Proverbs 17:17.
What it say?
A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. All good scriptures. See, this is what happens here. Everybody's supposed to know these scriptures. Why? Because we are a kingdom of priests. You see what I'm saying? So it says, a friend loveth at all times, but a brother is born for adversity. Ain't that the truth? You know what I'm saying? So, even when you ain't gonna like me. Y'all remember the movie, what's the name? I got you, brother. What's the movie called? Lean on Me?
Yeah.
Remember when Joe Clark and what's the name got into a big old argument, contrary to popular belief, I'm the head. Then he said, you hungry? Yeah. He told him the truth. They had a spot, but after it was all said and done, he's like, man, you hungry? Yeah, let's go get something to eat, man. Friend love about all time. He had to tell him about himself because he was acting all crazy. You know what I mean? Called him Crazy Joe. He was acting crazy, but he had to put him back in line. So the wounds of a friend, he said, what was it? Are faithful. Otherwise, you could have just let him keep on going on, doing what he wanted to do, and then bring both of them to ruin. So sometimes when you're rebuking people and when you're telling them what's for their good, it doesn't always feel good. Just like when you get ready to get a beating sometime or get a parent, parent would say, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you. You're like, well, how? You got the belt in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You hit me. But the parent don't want to beat you, but it's a necessary need for you. You know what I mean? So that you don't destroy yourself. Now, you may not understand that being as young as you are, but trust me, put it on your mental Rolodex and ask the Lord for understanding. And as you get older and you go on, you're going to be like, yeah, you're right. Well, I'm happy. I had to go back to my mother and thank her and my father and thank them for treat me or scold me the way they did. So, is that good for you? All praises to the Most High. What's good, Hebrew? Talk to me.
That's me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was watching your YouTube online,
Yes, sir.
and you had a Q&A. Not yourself.
Oh, all right. Is there a mic? Yeah,
When
yeah.
I said you, I mean ICOJ. That's
Oh, okay. I was like, I was online. Well, all right. So many times. All right, what's up?
So ICO. Okay, so I was watching. Good afternoon, everyone. My
Good.
name is Nathan,
Brother Nathan, peace, brother.
Yeah, Nathan.
Peace.
and I have a question. Let me say this from the very inception because I know people get sensitive when you ask them questions. So I don't mean to offend anyone when I ask my question. I'm genuinely asking my question because I want more clarity on the answer that the person who was officiating gave when the question was asked. The question was regarding Genesis 6. And in Genesis 6, the gentleman is reading from verse 1 all the way down to, I think it was verse 6. And the answer he gave regarding Genesis 6, he said, those sons of God were a bloodline of Seth. And the scriptures didn't say that. So I'm saying, how does he arrive at his conclusion that the sons of God were Seth bloodline? Because the scripture doesn't say that. It would imply, based on when I read Genesis 6, that the Most High was angry. And the reason why he was angry, because the sons of men married the daughters, the sons of God married the daughters of men.
Right.
He said, my spirit will not be with men because he's flesh, and he destroyed the whole earth. So my question is, why would the Most High destroy the whole entire earth if the descendants of Seth marry the descendants of Cain? It doesn't make any sense because people intermarry all the time and the Most High doesn't destroy the earth. So what would be such a great sin for Seth's descendants